Well, Anwar, it's important to bounce back after a disappointing defeat on Good Friday.
Yes, the games come thick and fast at this time of the season. So if you are unfortunate to have a defeat, there's a game on the horizon that we can prepare for and get back to it. So it'd be great to get back to winning ways on Monday.
Especially the way the season's panned out and the games we've had in quick succession. Rotation's clearly been important with players' fitness in mind and everything like that as well.
Yeah, I think in an ideal world you'd want 11, 12, maybe 13 players that can remain fit throughout the season. You know, you identify what your strongest team is, what formation they work best in, and if everyone can stay fit, you know, you've got a great opportunity to do really, really well. Unfortunately, during this season we've lost key players at key moments, but it's great to have some of them coming back in training. We've seen Kinsella now make 2 appearances and he's going to get stronger. So it's a busy period. We're going to need to utilise the whole squad. So it's great that we have players coming back, but very unfortunate that we lost another couple at the weekend.
So our fans would argue, you know, it's difficult because we go two, 3 wins in a row with a good performance, and then maybe a disappointed defeat where we were expected to win, and then vice versa. The form continues to go up and down. It's a bit inconsistent.
Listen, consistency is key. You know, we'd be the first to admit that we've had at times great runs and then a defeat which you wouldn't expect. One thing we have done is when defeats have come or performances haven't been great, we've always had the ability to come up with a performance like at Notts County. You know, we had 2 defeats and we had a great away win. You know, the lads are resilient, they're always up for the challenge, but consistency is key, and I think sometimes to complement consistency it's always good to have a settled 11 players to pick from. But ultimately it's about learning, you know, and the maturity, you know, regardless of whether you play good, bad or average, being able to turn defeats into draws and draws into wins. And I think we're doing that better, we're improving, but consistency and getting that consistency ultimately is what it's all about.
It's a very young squad here as well, isn't it? I think, to be fair, there's not many players who are over the age of 25, 26 here.
It is a young squad. I think comparatively, I think we're one of the youngest in the league and always have been since we've been here. I think that's one of our strengths, giving young players an opportunity to learn and develop, because they turn into players that become experienced at this level, but that takes learning and development, and I think throughout that learning phase you might get periods where there are mistakes, but that's what it's all about. You know, we've got a young squad and we want to develop our squad individually and as a team, and I think this year we've done it better than last year. I think this year players are starting to learn that, you know, if you're winning in the last couple of minutes, how to play out the game. Our game management is improved. I think individual decision making is improved. So that's what it's about. It's about individually improving and improving as a team, and hopefully if we can keep doing those things, consistency will come.
And of course you mentioned Good Friday and the injury, maybe I guess you're referring to Alfie's injury there. What's the latest on him? Yeah,
so Alfie had a scan yesterday, so it's not a break, which is good news, but you know, we can't really at this moment determine how long he's going to be out for. It's just, you know, Sods law, if you like. You know, we're bringing players back and you're looking at the squad and thinking it's really healthy at a time when we need it the most, and then we lose Alfie and potentially Jaros going back to Wickham. That's 2 key players from the starting 11 and now going to miss, but that's why you have a squad. So for me, it would be great if we could, you know, identify an 11 and give them a period of games where we can say, okay, here's a month where we're going to play lots of games, and it's going to be a busy period. Stay fit, stay strong, and let's get some points.
And of course, just on Giles, we did announce, I think yesterday, that he's gone back to Wickham for now, but we wish him all the best, whether he comes back or not.
Giles is a fantastic player, fantastic lad. I think he's been brilliant in the changing room, and for me, you know, Wickham have got a great asset there, and I'm just, you know, fortunate that at a time when we needed him, again going back to that phase where we had, I think, all of our centre halves injured, we needed to bring someone in. We identified Giles as a potential player that we could get in and look at maybe having him long term. But the thing is with good players, you know, they're in demand. So, you know, listen, we'd love to be able to have that discussion with him, but he'll have options. At the minute, we're just concentrating on the next amount of games, and obviously Giles isn't with us. So, you know, it's an opportunity for other players to come into the squad, state their claim, and get the points and the performances that we need.
Exactly that, and you'd argue people like Ben Stroll would maybe look to get involved at the starting 11 or maybe the team line-up for a few weeks' time.
Yeah, we work hard in training, all the stuff we do behind the scenes, and we work hard to prepare players so that if needed, they're ready. It can be frustrating for the likes of Ben Stroll and a lot of our other younger players in the squad. But like Ryan Hall, you know, there will be an opportunity. Hopefully it will come sooner than rather later. And then what experience to come in, experience National League football, Senior League football, and develop yourself, develop your game. And we have no issues around giving young players an opportunity here, you know, and all the work we do in training is developing them so they're prepared for when that opportunity comes.
And for our next game, obviously Dagenham, a place you know well. Maybe last season it wasn't our best performance, arguably our worst performance of last season, so we'll be looking for a bit of revenge there.
Yeah, we were great against them this year at home. I thought we were really great in that first half. They're, I think, a better side. I think it's taken them a little bit longer to develop and create that kind of team ethos, hard to beat, but they've got some very, very good players. They've got a good manager. It's a great club. It's an all-way. Listen, I was there for a long time, and a place I love to go and play. So I'm really, really looking forward to it. It's going to be a great game, I think. To be honest, it's two teams that probably are better than the league position would suggest. Definitely have some great individual players, both us and them. So a great game for the neutrals and a challenge I'm looking forward to. And I know for a fact the players will be very much looking forward to going back there.
And of course the game we played here was with fans, so it'll be a bit weird going back to their place and having no fans.
Yeah, you know, not having any fans this year has just been strange. You know, we had that little period where fans were allowed back in to watch games throughout the country, and it was great to have them here, and I'm glad they saw our first half like they did at Dagenham, because I thought we were brilliant. You know, and to be honest, regardless of who we play, I think when we are at our best, when we eradicate those mistakes and add that maturity to our game, I think we can compete with everyone. And if we do that tomorrow, I have no issues at all that we'll be able to compete with Dagenham, who are a good side and got good players. So that'll be a great game, but a game that I'm confident in that we can go there and get something.
Are you in with a shot? More information below. Click here for the next video, click here to subscribe.